Hello folks, I'm JDporkchop and welcome to another episode of Surviving Space Engineers. Today we are in space. We made it, no problems. I may have slightly dinged it as we left the dry dock, which damaged a few things, but all in all it was a successful launch. So we are now back at our little platinum asteroid where we set up a small base, and if you remember, it'll probably be about 4 or 5 episodes ago now, that we had a mining ship that we found crashed against an asteroid near here that we gathered up and we brought back here and ground down. Now that gave us a quite a substantial amount of resources out of that ship, and I'm going to gather those up, load them on board the ship. It's probably actually overflowing by now. And we are going to use those resources to get situated. So for today, I think really the only goal for today is finding where we're going to set up base, and that base is we really have to make sure we get it right, because this is going to be the base that we're going to keep as our sort of main base, our main place of refuge. I asked earlier where people think I should build it, and the answer I got was build it inside an asteroid, and that was my feeling as well, that with all these aggressive mods that we've added in, we are going to have a lot of things spawning around us and attacking us. So building inside an asteroid is probably the best bet. And one of the asteroids I want to build not inside of, but quite close to, there it is that one. And that is an asteroid that is made purely of ice. So a huge supply of ice that will keep our fuel needs and oxygen needs well supplied for probably the rest of the series. It's absolutely huge. I mean, it's the size of this asteroid, but just made of nothing but ice. So I think I'm going to head in that direction. It's also quite near the moon. So if we decide we want to put a little outpost on the moon, or go, I don't know, hunt for uranium, because the nearest uranium is in the opposite direction, then that would maybe be a good place as a jump off. The other thing to remember is that the base, I think, is going to be something we're going to constantly work on throughout the series. Should be empty by now. That we're going to continuously work on and continuously tweak and add bits to, and I really like that. I really like that this is going to be something. The base on the moon, on the planet, sorry, it was kind of a test run. You know, we built it, and once it was finished, we're probably not going to really go back there that often. We will go back to go and fight stuff on the planet and maybe build some other machines, but for the most part, I think our time there is done, and that we're going to get a lot more enjoyment, a lot more things to see and do up here. I haven't actually seen anything spawn in yet, which makes me a little concerned. Yeah, I probably should have checked that this thing did empty. Yeah, it did. So, what am I going to do? I'm going to keep loading up on some ice. Probably should zoom in a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. It's this whole talking and doing at the same time. I still haven't quite got it down yet. Yeah, I'm going to keep loading up on ice, make sure we are fully refueled. I'm going to start emptying out some of the items of that big container there into the Serenity. What else? I think that's really it for now. And then just go and hunt for this perfect asteroid. Something that's got a nice big hollow opening, something that we can build on the inside of. Okay. But if anything exciting happens between now and finding that... whoops, that was the wrong button. Not quite sure what I just turned off. Those lights. If anything exciting happens between now and then, I will cut back in. Like, I don't know, getting attacked by a fleet of enemy ships. But if not, then I will see you once I have loaded this all up and found our new asteroid. Would somebody like to tell me what Umbumbo is? and why it's coming towards me. I think it's time to leave. One of the things I forgot to mention in the last little segment is this ship has a weird thing with it where the front half, all this sort of, I think from about here to the front, is one conveyor system, and from here to the back is another conveyor system. Now, either the designer didn't intend for that to happen and just missed something, I broke something, or it's working as intended. But it was a bit of a pain in the butt, so I ripped out a load of stuff, moved some stuff around to connect the two ends, because I'd loaded all the ammo in the back on that little landing pad. I think it's definitely getting closer. And the ammo for that front cannon, which, by the way, I have tested on an asteroid, and it's super cool, is very heavy. Like, I can only carry like 10 units at a time or something. He's definitely coming this way, so I think we're going to leave. Just realised that the little rover on the back, his engines are still on. I'm going to quickly turn those off. Go. Yeah, so I don't know if it was intended to be that way, but it was a real pain in the butt. All the guns at the front weren't working, and also you need to put ice in both ends. Otherwise the engines at the front don't work. And I was like, no way, I ain't doing that. So I ripped out loads of stuff and changed it. Right, so let's turn the dampeners off and run away. That's basically what we're doing. Right, I'm going to head towards the ice roid. Basically head towards the sun for a bit, and I will be back. I know this was a little short segment, but I just wanted to show off that there is stuff spawning, and I've never heard of an umbumbo before. So that's definitely something new. Anyway, I'm going to cut here and go back to doing what I was doing. I think I've found the perfect candidate. So we have this sort of sheltered bowl here. I'm thinking a landing platform, maybe like a grinder, so we can bring any derelict ships and stuff like that, or we can put that on the inside. And then in the corner of this bowl is a tunnel. We could put a big airtight door on both ends so that ships can fly through, fly in one end, get their repairs, restock, and then fly out the exit. I really like that idea. We'd also maybe mine into this, like around here, mine in and build the sort of living quarters and stuff like that. So I don't know. I feel like this might be the base. So I'm gonna be decisive, make a decision, and say, yeah, this is where we're gonna settle. This is gonna be our home base for the rest of the series, and I'm really looking forward to what we can maybe churn out. That ice asteroid, by the way, isn't that far away either. Where is it? Around here somewhere. Nope, nope. Well, we're about 100 kilometers from where we started. And the ice, here it is, it's over there. Then the moon is just there. So, yeah, I think this is a good spot. So I'm going to sort of assess all the nooks and crannies and have a little look around, kind of get a feel for it. Maybe start laying out some stuff. Kind of just, my mind's racing with all the possibilities. The thing I'm trying to think of right now is we're probably going to have to wait for a whole day or 2 days to go by so I can work out the sun cycle and where we're going to put our solar panels and stuff. I really like this tunnel though. I think that, I mean, do you think the Serenity would fit through that? I don't feel like trying until it's all lit up a bit better, but maybe. think Serenity would probably be about the maximum size of something that you could get through it. Here's another question I have for you. If I batten off both ends and put airtight doors on both ends, will I be able to pressurize this space? What's that? Mine layer. Yeah, not worried. That's a really interesting thing. You know, would I be able to do that? Is that a mechanic that works? I'm not sure. That could be a possibility. Actually pressurize it. One of the mods I have installed is the airtight, like special. Use your words, JD. The forced fields airlock doors. Where are they? There they are. So we'd be able to just fly the ship through without having to depressurize and repressurize. Oh yeah, there's iron and ice here as well, which is pretty good. So obviously those are the two biggest commodities that we'll need. There's this area up here. There's plenty of space to put a solar panel and all that sort of stuff. It's down there. Oh yeah, that's where I mined that bit of ice. What's this? This is just a... Yeah, so I think we're gonna get started. So, where is the ship? It's over on the other side of the asteroid. I'm thinking what we'll do first is build a temporary base. Let's say here on this little flat bit here. That will be sort of the where we're going to start producing all the things we'll need for the long-term, you know, building parts of this base. Is that getting any closer? Kinda, yeah. Just very conscious that if this gets damaged or blown up, then pretty much all my resources are in this right now. So it would make me super sad. Maybe I should build in the inside of the asteroid. Temporary base on the inside of the asteroid. Though that means power issues, because I'm not going to be able to put any solar panels on it. Don't know. I'll work something out. Alright, let's have... Ooh. It's a bit laggy. Is there something else spawning in? I don't think so. So, yeah, what we're going to do. Let's go with that. So here we're going to get a refinery going, an assembler, power, all that kind of jazz. That's our first priority. Second priority will be building a welding ship. I am not doing this by hand. Screw that. Third will be starting to lay out foundations and get a plan. But that'll be a couple of episodes away, and so that'll give you guys time to maybe give me some feedback. What do you think? Where do you think? How should I be using the space? Is this a good spot? I think it is. I really do think. It's just a case of how we're going to use the space allotted. I just think that it just looks so perfect to be this being a landing platform area where, you know, we can drop off supplies, have maybe, you know, fighter ships on standby, fighter drones on standby, and then the tunnel being for more supply ships, or the shipyard. You know, at some point we have to build the shipyard for building more ships. Just, it feels right to me. So I think we're gonna stick with this idea. So first things first, will be probably power. So let's get some batteries. Might move this a little bit closer as well, just so I haven't got to go so far every time I want to come back. Let's go down a little bit. Perfect. Okay, then I can just access it through the what do you call them on the side? Connectors. I've already got stuff jammed in there from earlier. So we are going to need probably solar panels first. The battery. Let's get the battery set up. Battery at the back here. Okay, don't need this, don't need this. Battery. This one. Right, so we'll see how much power we have. I think 2 would be a good shout. Then, okay, so let's get that. Yeah, I think we'll put a gravity generator on this as well, just for the ease of working. What do I need? Computers, construction parts. No, we don't need to go inside, we'll just do it for this. So, computers. Some of those, there we go. Construction parts. Go. I don't think I have any batteries with me actually. I'll have to. I think there's like one, or not batteries, power cells. There's like one in there. So let's put some on to build. We do have an assembler in here, I think. Oh no, because I think I. Oh yeah, I must, otherwise I wouldn't be able to access this. So 20 of those. Gonna work? Maybe? Yes, there we go. Perfect. Okay. So, what else do we need? We need some more of the construction parts. Definitely have them. There we go. There's plenty. Plenty. Oh no, oh, I've only put 20 of those on to build, but I need lots because it's the big ones, not the small ones. So, what is it, 80 each, so 160. Okay, perfect. Right, what would be next then? So, if we're going to put the batteries there, let's put the gravity generator. Yep. Large pipes and gravity components. Okie dokie. I'm just wanting to do a little bit of this on camera, just really to sort of show you what's going on, so you don't kind of come back and think, where did all that stuff come from? Right, pipes. And I like to talk out loud while I'm doing it so I can keep my train of thought, because I'm stupid. it's probably the best way to say it. There we go. Right, so just computers and motors. So this is going to be basically the jumping off point. What's the other thing? Computers, I think. Right, gravity generator's done. For a second there, I thought it was upside down, but no, it's just back to front. Doesn't really matter. Batteries, I'm just waiting for those things to build up. Probably got a few by now. Let's get rid of all this junk. I need that one, that one. Oh yeah, they're already almost finished. Maybe I did have some in there after all. Power. One more round, and then I think I will start doing some more of it off camera. Then I'll come back once we are set up. Really, the only thing we have to worry about now is getting refinery, and it's going to be a big proper refinery. I made sure I had enough of all the things I needed to build a proper refinery, like lots of plates. And I'd say the first thing we'll be doing is sticking all the power reduction modules on the back of it. Where are they? That one. So I think power is going to be a real issue. Assembler, and refinery. Refine. Do a big one. Or maybe I should do an arc furnace. I don't think arc furnaces do all the things though, do they? They only do some of them. So let's have a little look-see. I'm also very conscious of the fact that this is all very exposed to what could be bad people. Right, there we bad, people. I make it sound like a 5-year-old. Okay, this needs to go the other way around. I suppose I should maybe... Actually, yeah, because if I want to put power reduction modules on it, well, no, man, I'm not going to put that many on. So it's going there like that. Okay, perfect. Oh, have we got gravity here now? Yeah, we have. Perfect. Kind of. Feels a bit slanty. See what I mean? Like, it's like I'm on a slope. May have done it wrong. I'll investigate later. Alright. Let's take a couple of hundred of them. All of that. Alright, I'm going to do the rest of this off camera. Get this all set up. Probably some solar panels as well. Or definitely some solar panels. And I will be back. So, a little part of this game that I did in the back of my mind, I did actually know about, but as only sort of, I've only just realised what the problem is right now, is that all bodies have like a, I guess a gravity line on them. So when you first take a block into your hands, it's lined up on the sort of axis, I guess, of the, or not the axis, it'd be the, wait, I don't know the proper mathematical term for it, but basically, if I put these blocks down here, you see how these ones are squint compared to that one, and if I now stand on this one, you'll see in my gravity indicator in the sort of middle right hand side of my, down at the bottom, that it's level. But if I then, whoops, I then jump onto this platform, everything's a bit skew-if, although, yeah. So my question is there any way to change the way the gravity will work with the gravity generator? And the reason I ask is because if we come down into the crater, where I intended to build the landing platform area, you will see that
energy low.
If I am to stick with the pre-laid out line that this is supposed to be on, it kind of makes things go a bit wrong, which really puts a bit of a poop in my party. And I'm not really sure if there's any way of being able to lay out a landing area that is not, you know, not on this axis, and still use the gravity generators with it, without me constantly feeling like I'm standing on the side of a hill, like here. It just, it feels wrong, you know. I am going to investigate this. I'm probably going to tear all this down and build a new platform that is on this level here, and then I'm going to investigate whether there is any way of altering the gravity. But my general feeling on it is probably not. I feel like that's something that's going to be hard coded into the game, and there's no way for me to change it. If that is the case, then what we'll probably do is just end up, I don't know, I'm now sort of, I was super excited about this base, and that this was going to be the one, and this was the perfect asteroid. I'm now sort of inclined to continue on to the ice asteroid, and maybe, I don't know, I'm not sure. So anyway, I think we're probably maybe getting near the end of the episode, so in between this one and the next, well, no, I'll go and check what the time is, and I'll come and do my outro once I've checked. But you know, if you guys have any ideas, if you think, no, you know, I should stick with this and stay here and just work around the problem, or should I move on, better actually get somewhere to charge my thing up or I'm going to start freezing to death. Then feel free to put it down in the comments. I'm going to go away and have a little think about this. Okay, panic averted. Through the manipulation of gravity and game mechanics, we now have reset the gravity of the asteroid to be on the plane that I want it to be. Really should probably dock that thing up. Anyway, so what I did was made this platform just hovering above the surface of the asteroid. And I made sure it was sort of on the plane that I want it on. I then put this control panel on it and converted it to a station. Then put these blocks underneath it, connecting it to the asteroid. Now, if I go into this, the asteroid has its gravity plane set to what the station should be. Where if I delete this, I don't know if it would come back. So I'm just going to leave it there. This is the simple answer. But yeah, that's if people didn't know about that, then that is a way of being able to change the gravity of an asteroid to the way that you want it to be quite easily. So panic averted. So I'm going to leave that there. Even if the battery runs out, it should still be fine, because it reset even before I put the gravity well on. But just to prove that it's correct. Where before it was like that, I think was the gravity before. So it's definitely worked. This thing up here is now even more skew-whiff than it was before, so I'm definitely going to take it apart. Yeah. We're now on a slope, even more so. So I'm probably going to actually move all of this down there into the crater, because that is the area that we're going to be building. So it makes sense. It just there's obviously some lighting issues, but the sun is always going to be. Well, yeah, I think the sun sort of travels along that way. So I'll probably build something up that way and build solar panels on that ridge, maybe. I don't know. I'll have a think about it. But yeah, I think here is where I am definitely going to start wrapping it up. There's a lot to be done, so better to sort of do it off camera than bore you guys with a lot of unloading of this ship and building of boring stuff. I really hope that you are as excited for this new start as I am. I really think this is going to be a cool base. I'm really looking forward to hearing any suggestions that you might have, so feel free to stick them in the comments. And I will catch you in the next episode, guys.